rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember Bustamante, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. Stand up, sons and daughters, your only hope is in the bell. God will guide our progress and make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember Bustamante, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
One good in ever two. Tap up the screen, guys. Tap and come in. Tap up the screen. Tap and come in. Today, I'm here to talk about Mark Golding. Let me correct that. Slave Master Golding. The man who his foreparents enslavers put chains around our necks, whipped us mercilessly, and in 2025, he's here to do one hop better than what his foreparents did to us. He's here to bring us in modern day slavery. Mark Golding. Mark Golding, who is not fit to walk on Duke Street. Mark Golding, who is not fit mentally, physically, in any alley to sit in our parliament. Mark Golding, who is a national disgrace to the people of Jamaica. Mark Jefferson Golding is a national disgrace to the people of Jamaica. Say what you may about Portia Simpson Miller. Say what you may about Percival James Patterson. But if it's one thing I know they have, is decorum. And they have a little bit of talk about themselves. Mark Golding, however, who has no interest in the Jamaican people, because to this day, the man who wants to lead us is the holder of a British passport, because he have no confidence in the country that he wants to lead. He still has to hold on to his colonial masters and his colonial foreparents, because it's just so hard to choose Jamaica over England when it comes to Mark Golding. Mark Golding has continued to lie to the Jamaican people. Sorry about that, people. Good afternoon, Alka. Good afternoon, everybody. Tap up the screen and share the live. Yeah, Mark Golding has continued to lied to the Jamaican people blatantly over and over again. He has continued to disgrace us, not only on a national level, but on an international level, because the world is looking on. And he is the leader of the opposition, right? He, as the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding is no image that I myself, as a Jamaican, would want to represent me on the international stage. Mark Golding is a national disgrace, and this is why I will continue to call for the resignation of Mark Golding. Because Mark Golding outright should not be sitting in our parliament. Mark Golding is an incurrent, if I pronounce that word right, sit with me, when I say it pronounced, but he's a drunk. We have seen time and time again where Mark Golding has displayed drunken behavior as the opposition leader. He has spoken gibberish. Him try to speak patois. He's just trying to fit in, and it's not working. There was a video not too long ago when persons from Jungle was cussing Mark Golding because the only thing Mark Golding brought to Jungle was going to the rum bar and putting out a table at the front and drinking with the young youths. No plans, no development. And it's full time Jamaican people realize that the future of our country, is at stake. And if we make the mistake, and elect Mark Golding and his gang of clowns to run this country, the people of Jamaica will go down in history as a set of fools. We will be worse than the Americans right now. Are we seeing what is taking place in America? America can come back. America have the leeway to come back from whatever disaster. As long as it's not a world war. Fingers crossed, it's not going to reach there. But Jamaica, we do not have the room for error. Jamaica, we do not have the room for error. We cannot allow Mark Golding and his gang of clowns to come and destroy the work that this Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, has been doing over the past 8 years to go down the drain. Mark Golding is not new. Mark Golding was in politics before I was born. And I will continue to resonate it with the people. I am young. I love my country, and this is why I do this every day. I love my country and I don't plan to leave. But let me tell you, Jamaican people, if you farm fool of yourself, my options will have to become open. Because I cannot fathom the thought of Mark Golding being my Prime Minister. Mark Golding, to this day, when he swindled his way to become the leader of the PNP by buying out delegates with $10 million. The other day I hear one of their vloggers saying that it was $400 million that was spent in their leadership race. So buying seats for $15 million is nothing. Because to these people, these set of PNP that call themselves the risers, their aim is to gain power and get their hands on the money because they are money hungry and power hungry. They are not self-servant and they don't care for the people. They don't care for the common man of Jamaica. They do not care for us. Mark Golding was one of the financial engineers that wrecked our economy in the 90s, which is mentor Omar Davis. Mark Golding was right there. He is not brand new. Mark Golding has been in the shadows of the PNP from the 90s waiting to pounce. Mark Golding was never to be the leader, let's remind you, and all the criminal, low-minded PNP who are here. And today we're not going to block you all or mute you all because we want you to learn. So continue to comment and push me out in the algorithm. And while you're at it, you tap the screen. I thank you. Mark Golding is not new. Mark Golding was here from the 90s. Mark Golding is one of the persons who advised Omar Davis to finsack Jamaica. Finsack that caused Jamaicans to lose their lives. It caused Jamaicans who were born here, who worked hard and toiled to take their own lives. Mark Golding was here when 44,000 business closed down in the 90s. Mark Golding was a part of that PNP. Mark Golding is not new. So don't let anybody or any PNP tell you that, oh, Mark Golding is new. He's just came into politics and he's ready to serve. Mark Golding does not know about serving. Mark Golding grew up in a home with a helper. Mark Golding is not like the common Jamaican. Mark Golding is not like me and you. Mark Golding, I don't think Mark Golding ever ride on public transportation. Mark Golding don't know what it is to go to Alpha Tree and jump on a bus to go downtown, Papine, Spanish Town, Constant Spring. Mark Golding don't know none of that. Mark Golding don't know when you go in a taxi and the taxi man say, wanna move? It means 4 more people have to come in there. Mark Golding doesn't know our common struggles. Mark Golding doesn't know, or doesn't have the idea of his mother sending him to shop with a list to trust. Mark Golding does not know anything and any struggle of the common man. Mark Golding don't know about stealing electricity. Yes, it is a struggle of most of the common man in Jamaica. So that is why Mark Golding and his PNP sold stakes in JPS. Because when they sold the stakes in JPS to a bankrupt company from America who came here, clear all their debt, became multi-millionaires off the backs of poor, struggling Jamaican, and left. That is what Mark Golding is known for. Mark Golding does not know our struggles. Mark Golding was a part of an administration that after Bruce Golding said no school fee in schools, Mark Golding is a part of an administration that reintroduced user fees in schools. That is what Mark Golding do to the common Jamaican. Mark Golding is part of an administration that introduced GCT. And let me tell you, Mark Golding is not new. Mark Golding was always there. He is a mentee of Omar Davis. So in the 90s, when Omar Davis and PJ Patterson was introducing GCT on the backs of poor Jamaicans, Mark Golding was there. When Omar Davis and PJ Patterson was introducing pay, PAYE, on the poor backs of Jamaicans, the poor Jamaicans, the desolate Jamaicans that the PNP claimed to love, Mark Golding was there. When PJ Patterson was selling majority shares in JPS, Mark Golding was there. When they were locking down Free Zone, Mark Golding was there. When them that shut down Goodyear factory over St. Thomas, Mark Golding was there. When PJ Patterson so recklessly bought a gold ball in the 90s for $9 million US. And up to this day, we cannot know where that ball is and what benefit was it to the Jamaican people. Mark Golding was there. When Omar Davis put a tax package of $40 billion on the backs of poor Jamaicans, Mark Golding was there. Mark Golding is not new. Mark Golding has always been there. When Angela Brownberg tax and cat in downtown Kingston, Mark Golding was there. Mark Golding is not new. When the PNP tax party, Mark Golding was there. When Omar Davis put the tax on sanitary napkins for females, Mark Golding was there. When they promised us pothole-free Jamaica, Mark Golding was right there. He is not new. He knew about the plans of the PNP at all times, all the destructive plans. He was there. He was there. He was maybe not an elected representative or an appointed representative at the time, because Mark Golding had no interest in serving the people of Jamaica. He just wanted to be on the sidelines, giving his advice on how to wreck our beautiful country. Mark Golding had no interest in being a Jamaican, and that is why it was not until the age of 45 Mark Golding acquired a Jamaican passport. It was not until the age of 45 that Mark Golding acquired a Jamaican passport. Mark Golding had no interest, absolutely no interest in serving the Jamaican people. And someone said PNP make NHT, and I'm glad you bring that point, because did you know that Mark Golding was there when Portia Simpson Miller dipped her hands in the NHT funds and bailed out her friend bankrupt company Outamany? And where is Outamany right now? Outamany is down there in Trelawney, just a barren land. And millions of Jamaican taxpayers' dollars was used to bail out a friend failing company. Mark Golding was there. So thank you for that reminder. Mark Golding is no new politician. Mark Golding has always been there, lurking and teaching PNP officials how to swindle, rob, and destroy the Jamaican economy. When the very PNP stole from themselves, from their campaign scandal, Mark Golding was there. And it is funny enough that the PNP will steal from themselves. What won't they do? What won't they do to the Jamaican people? Up to this day, we can't find out who stole the campaign funds of the PNP. And it is so ironic when you look at this picture from maybe in the 1800s and present day Mark Golding have lived to make a replica of that picture. A white man with his puppet slaves behind him who feel as if they are better than the others. So they follow behind the slave owner, PP Cluck Cluck. A Mark Purcell, that is not Mark Golding. Mark Golding is not new to Jamaica. He's not new to our politics. Mark Golding has constantly lied. Mark Golding has constantly lied to the Jamaican people. He has constantly disrespected us. He has constantly embarrassed us on the international stage. Oh, can you believe it? As Ghetto and Butu, as they say Portia Simsimila is, that could have never, as I said, that could have never happened on a political stage with Portia Simsimila. Expletives there, expletive there. Man, I tell selector say I'm going to cut him short. That could have never happened on a stage with PJ Patterson. And that is why PJ Patterson did not go to their annual conference. PJ Patterson is much stronger than Edward Seago in his last days. And I can remember the last conference that Edward Seago went to. He was basically assisted, scrambling to go on that conference stage because what could have stopped him? And PJ Patterson, who is fit and strong, did not go to a PNP conference because he could not allow himself to go on stage and see the disgrace and the mockery take place in his very eyes. He might have heard about it on the news. Illegal activities being operated and carried out on PNP conference stage. Criminals being paraded on a national level because this is what PNP is about. Criminality, lawlessness, disorder, confusion. This is what PNP is about. We know what dancehall is about. We are for dancehall. But at the end of the day, there's a time and place. And as the leader of the country, if Andrew Holness went on a stage with an artist threatening a man to bust his throat, with an artist telling you how much Mackie level and how much AK-45 in bust, we would not hear the end of it. But where is civil society? Where are the hypocrites of the civil society, the so-called defenders of brand Jamaica? Where are they? Carol Narcisse, Dana Archer, Michael Abrahams, Oral Tracy. Where are these so-called defenders of brand Jamaica? They are silent. Because as much as all you see these people dress up in their suits and ties and their stockings and high heels, they are common criminals. They are no better than the criminal who let you know that they are criminal. They do things under the quiet and pretend as if they are for brand Jamaica, but when PNP is in power, they are appointed to boards without proper procedure And it is evident this is not no made up story. Lawrence Rowe tell us about it. Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Angela Brownberg, Peter Bunting promising people seats on boards that they did not interview for. They were vetted for. They were just going to be given. While hardworking Jamaicans who take student loan and go to college and toil see a position. First of all, they would not even see the position because it would not even be advertised. They will not get the opportunity to work in these positions because PNP already have the people who they decide are going to get these positions. The level of nepotism is so ripe when it comes to PNP. And PNP is everything that is bad for Jamaica. The hustle culture came out of the People's National Party. The eater food culture came out of the People's National Party. You have to know somebody in that post or that organization to get through came out of the People's National Party. The left or right with the police came out of the People's National Party. A taxi man once told me that he will never vote for the Labour Rights because why? When they're in power, it's like the police officers get a different handbook. Nobody don't want to take no money. I pay a ticket them I get. When PNP in power, one quick 2,000 and then the police allow them, and that is why under the People's National Party, one public transport operator can be allowed to amass 500 tickets without no form of repercussions, no form of scrutiny. The scamming culture came about under the PNP. We do not want these people to represent us on a national level or on an international level. They are a national disgrace. In which modern country today could a leader go on a stage, a white man, as bad as I want to see Trump be? Trump could never go on a stage and put a chain around a black man's neck and still stand as the leader of the Republican Party. Could never. But because the 9-day wonder talk is also a part of PNP culture, because the atrocities that I grew up and hear PNP do, scandal after scandal, and they were allowed to survive because they instill in us that is a 9-day talk and everything go back to normal. But the guard has changed. There's a new generation in Jamaica and we want to live here. We want to grow and raise families here. We want to do business here. I want to plan for runway. So is either we are PNP and we have decided that we are on a PNP out of Jamaica. Come with a different PNP. Come with a new PNP, but not a Mark Golding PNP, not a Dayton Campbell PNP, not a Peter Bunting, Angela Brownberg, Philip Palwell PNP. Are you mad? These people are not fit for leadership. They are disgraceful. Mark Golding is not fit for leadership. As a white man, a holder of a British passport, a man who's coming from slave owners, came on a stage because he thought It was a wise idea to put a chain around a black man's neck. Hmm? The same Scott Matley, who in the leadership race of the PNP, stated that she would never give Mark Golding her support for leadership because Mark Golding and his team came to divide and conquer, and they are not fit to represent the PNP. It's the same Scott Matley who is running behind Mark Golding and telling the Jamaican people that this man is the best man to lead us. Lady, we do not forget so easily. It was the same you in 2020 who told us that Mark Golding should never become leader of the People's National Party. So why 4 years down the line, Mark Golding is now fit to run Jamaica? 4 years ago, he was not fit to run the PNP, but 4 years later, he's fit to run Jamaica. It was the same Damian Crawford who did not support Mark Golding in becoming president of the PNP. But now Damian Crawford is on a stage shouting like a madman that we should vote Mark Golding to become prime minister of this country, of this beautiful country. May I try foolishness? Because at this point, these people are ridiculous. This same, I see this little young one, and we're going to teach her a lesson. So you see, when you see politics, you leave it alone. Danishka Williams. When you see politics, leave it alone. We're going to do your worse than how we do baby mother number 13. We're going to show you say politics and no gimmicks. Because your father did not swindle enough. So you feel like so you must come now. To do what? Because it was you who did not support Mark Golding and resign from the PNPYO because you did not like Mark Golding. You could not stand the sight of Mark Golding. And Labourites, we need to get these videos, we need to get these audios and remind these people that they are the same one who despise Mark Golding to lead the PNP. But now they want to come and tell us that we should allow Mark Golding to run our beautiful island called Jamaica. Are you mad? The PNP has done nothing of substance for this country. Let me repeat, the People's National Party has done nothing of substance for the people of Jamaica. Not one thing of substance. Because for every one good the PNP did for Jamaica, they did 25 bad. I repeat, for every one good the PNP did for Jamaica, they did 25 bad. PNP once had Westmoreland as PNP country. They once had Westmoreland as PNP country. And in 2025, the Prime Minister have to go down there and hand over house to people who have voted PNP all their lives. They had known no other leader since 2020 or any other color but orange since 2020 in Westmoreland. And it takes the Prime Minister to go to Westmoreland and try, and he's trying to bring back some sense of normality to the people of Westmoreland. The people of Westmoreland do not have running water in pipes. The people of Westmoreland up to this day in Savlamar, Dujan, I saw you earlier, correct me if I'm wrong, is still waiting on their market to be built by the municipality that has been run by the PNP from the beginning of time. Police station is non-existent in Westmoreland. It takes this Jamaica Labour Party government to be building 3 state-of-the-art police stations in Westmoreland so that our crime fighters can have a sense of pride and dignity while they carry out their work. It is taking this Jamaica Labour Party government to lay millions of dollars worth of pipes to carry water into the homes of residents of Westmoreland. PJ Pattison was an MP in Westmoreland. Wickham McNeil was an MP in Westmoreland. The same Wickham McNeil who after 1 term of losing, him can't go back to the same people of Westmoreland who he claimed he was their 4-star general. Roger Clark was an MP in Westmoreland. Carl Blight, who was water minister, was an MP in Westmoreland. Westmoreland should have been the example of what all parish should be. But the PNP have done nothing of substance for the parish of Westmoreland. But Westmoreland people, let me tell you this. If you no farm fool, all right, just farm fool on yourself when election is called. Westmoreland people. Wickham McNeil did nothing for the people of Westmoreland and he was tourism minister. No form of investment and development for Westmoreland, who is in prime area for tourism investment. Right? These people are shameless. They have nothing named shame. When it comes to PNP and shame, they do not run in the same line. They do not run in the same race. Look at the people who Mark Golding have around him. And let me say this. George Wright is coming home. Right? He is coming home. Never been charged for physically abusing anybody But you know who was charged for beating the gut hole out of them wife? Any bright somebody can comment and tell me? That person is on the screen now, you know. Standing right behind Mark Golding. Michael Phillips was charged for beating the gut hole out of him wife. Mm-hmm. I bet y'all PNP never know that. So a known woman beater is at the right hand of Mark Golding. A known woman beater is at the right hand of Mark Golding. And Mark Golding want to come and tell us about integrity and dignity and worth. Lark, let me repeat. Because if I want to all who is here and don't know me and first coming across this page, let me tell you, when me talk, me not mince words. I've been threatened with over 50 lawsuits and yet to date, one of them can't reach on my doorstep. Mark Golding, the leader of the opposition, who wants to represent the people of Jamaica, who claims that he is of integrity and of worth, is standing on my screen with a charged individual who has beaten the gut hole out of his wife and was charged. His name is Michael Phillips, the son of Peter Phillips. Another abuser who was charged by the police is Nita Garvey for thumping down our worker. So in every element of the PNP, when they are not criminals themselves, they are supporters of criminality. So when they are not criminals themselves, let I repeat, they are supporters of criminality at all levels. They have sent a 3-time or 2-time drug convict trying to represent the people of East Portland. And keyword is trying. Because up to this day, Damian Crawford can't find an abiding city. But go and play around Isaac Buchanan because your days are numbered. And what we want to know while we are on that seat, how much money was paid to Bell to just give up the seat that he has been working for? What position in government was promised to Shaka Flames that he just give up his seat without no fuss nor quarrel to Isaac Buchanan? These are the questions that we need to ask. Because on the first time, Mark Golding and his PNP have forced people out of a seat. Andrea Moore of blessed memory, may God continue to shine his light upon her soul. Her husband stated it at her funeral in front of Mark Golding that they use a type 2 error poll to force the lady out of the seat that she has been working for and working in because she did not fit their quote-unquote Tapanaris status quo. Nikki and Bueno, while you're here, tap up the screen. And this is how shameful PNPR. Or how shameless, correction. You're here listening to me, and at the same time, you're telling me that I'm boring. Tap up the screen, continue to comment, and push me back in the algorithm. Come, guys, get me to 20K likes. Tap up the screen. Because the people of Jamaica must be educated one by one on why this man, Mark Golding should never be allowed to sit on the left side of our parliament. Mark Golding is a liar. Mark Golding has continued to lie to the people of Jamaica. Mark Jefferson Golding is a liar. He is a liar. Mark Golding went on the fix, and tell the Jamaican people that he went at the embassy and stand up in line to get an American passport while being holder of a British passport. And if you're a British citizen, you do not need a visa to go to America. And if you go to the British embassy, you do not stand in any line. You just drop off your documents and you're gone. But a lot of Mark Golding dunce followers won't know this because they don't go further than 3 miles. They don't go further than Portia Simpson Miller Square. So when he was speaking to his dunce followers and somehow think that the well-thinking Jamaicans would not realize what he was saying. Also, Mark Golding, who has been in the Senate since 2012, who is a government official, would have had a diplomatic passport. And if that's given the benefit of the doubt, the man who was justice minister and have a diplomatic passport, fine. You don't need to go to any embassy wherever you need to travel. Because that's why we have a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And you being so senior in government, they would handle all your travel documents and carry them to whatever embassy they need to go to get whatever visa you are required. So tell me now, Mark Golding just wanting to let us feel as if he's Jamaican. Oh no, I know the struggles. I stand in line just like you. Liar. Mark Golding is a liar. And as Dayton Campbell say, every liar is a thief. And Mark Golding is a liar. And I say no more. Silvera, who is behind bars for the unaliving of his wife, Melissa Silvera, is still a member of the PNP. The PNP. Patricia Duncan Sutherland, who is the head of the woman movement of the PNP, have yet to come out and condemn Silvera for what he did to his wife. And Silvera is still a member of the People's National Party to this day. Gloria, me love people business bad. Moderator mute Gloria. Gloria, go and go watch it, take care of your grandpa them. Leave. PNP is entrapped in criminality. Danai Williams, that same little young chick, when named Danishka Williams, fear father, have been embroiled in scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal after scandal. Taxpayers' money cannot be accounted for. And here she comes. Because what her father did and what they did with taxpayers' money was not enough. So she's coming to reap the rewards. Same as like our Mark Golding four parents enslaved us, mentally abused us, physically abused us. Mark Golding is not satisfied. He's coming back to finish the work of his ancestors. Him start out by testing the waters of putting a chain around a black man neck that could have never happened in Ghana, could have never happened in Nigeria, could have never happened in South Africa, could have never happened in Kenya, and still stand as the leader of the opposition. Jamaican people, we are enraged about things that we are not supposed to be enraged about. It is a slap in the face to man like Marcus Messiah Garvey, who Mark Golding continued to lie on the man's name in 2025. Mark Golding says that Marcus Messiah Garvey was exonerated by President Biden, which is furthest from the truth. Mark Golding continues to tell lie on the dead. And Mark Golding need to come and tell us why did Norman Manley prosecute Marcus Garvey? What was his reason to prosecute Marcus Garvey? Why did Norman Manley, the founder of the PNP, which is not really is, well, I feel them history that for tell how Norman Manley thief people them party. That them for labor right business. But he need to come tell Jamaican people why Sky and laugh are true. Why Norman Manley prosecute Marcus Garvey, and in a 2025 you Mark Golding decide to come back and lie on the man name. It was Edward Siaga, thank you for that, Renz, who carried back Marcus Garvey body home to his birthplace. So unlike Mark Golding, Marcus Garvey Barnia. The shop, don't worry about them, my love. Me's a proud girl. Me's a proud girl. Miss Lou would have proud of me today. Because me's a proud girl. Proud girl. I am not fazed by PNP and their nasty politics. Because I plan to live here, do business, and raise my family here in my birthland. Nothing that PNP does not faze me, but I will continue to spread the good news of this administration, and I will continue to tell young people and older people and everybody who have a ear and want to hear why Mark Golding should never be allowed to sit on the left side of our parliament. Mark Golding should not even be allowed to walk down Duke Street. Mark Golding is a national disgrace. Mark Golding should resign. We need Mark Golding to go and do a psychiatric test to see if he is fit mentally to be sitting in parliament, because his actions and behavior have been saying otherwise. Mark Golding actions and his behavior have continued to say he is not mentally fit. From his outbursts, from his statements as a leader, from the way he continues to degrade and disgrace himself. Because if you're a leader and you continue to degrade and disgrace yourself and carry yourself in such a chaka-chaka, unpleasant, unsightly manner, can you imagine how you would carry this country? We don't just check the levels. It was last year at the handing over of the marine vessels where our servicemen were in their uniforms, dressed to the T. Our prime minister was in his suit and everybody was in their best dress. Mark Golding came in a jeans pants, a bush jacket, and when he bent over, the ass crack was outside. How does that look as the leader? And there's nobody in the PNP that can say, leader, this is not the way you carry yourself as a leader. If you're going to church, you dress accordingly. If you're going to work, you dress accordingly. If you're going to school, you dress accordingly. As the leader of the opposition, you dress accordingly. You do not go to a state function and the crack of your ass is at display to the entire world. Thank you for the follow, guys. Click the link in my bio. Follow my YouTube. This live will be there also. Because, like, I'm trying to understand what is a Mark Golding. Like, it does not even make sense. Mark Golding as the leader of this country I cannot fathom the thought of it. At this point, let's go back for Portia Simpson Miller. Because it does not make any sense. Even Trump know how to conduct himself. When Trump was at his inauguration, when he was at the recent passing of the ex-president's funeral, he sat beside Biden. They were cordial. They greeted each other. They were respectful to each other. No matter how him go up on the stage, he was well presented. He presented himself well as the future leader of the United States. Mark Golding up to this day has never represented himself well as the leader of the opposition, much less to be the leader of this country. He has called the prime minister them there. He has referred to him as boy, some local guy. He referred to his own followers as fake men, telling them that real men are here. Him stand on a stage where artists are telling man, tell them I'm gonna bust them throat. The different levels of in a country where we are struggling with crime and violence. The leader of the opposition stand on a stage with persons spewing violence and venom of busting man head and cutting them throat and speaking the most nasty, vile things about females and their body parts. And Mark Golding was there. And as I said again, guys, as ghetto as you want to classify Portia Simpson Miller as wicked and vile we want to say PJ was an erector economy, what we can give to them was that they had the quorum They had tact and they had a little bit of class when it comes to being leaders. Mark Golding, none know nothing about that. The first thing Mark Golding do was encourage people to vote in dead people's name. Lest we not forget. The second thing Mark Golding did was to encourage or to give strife to the quote unquote junglists. Because when he comes in power, he will be giving back strength to the junglists. Moderator, Black Alicia. I don't have time for she right now. Mark Golding has continued to show the Jamaican people that he is not fit in no way, shape, or form to run our country. He is not even fit to be the leader of the opposition because he bought his way in. Let we not forget the scandal of the PNP leadership race between him and Lisa Anna, where Lisa Anna accused Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, Angela Brownberg, and the others of using $10 million to buy delegates to not vote for her. And that is how he swindled his way in becoming the leader of the PNP. And if you notice, Lisa Anna is not with them. Lisa Anna is out on her Instagram, although she blocked me because from time to time, our PNP will show up and I have to go make sure no say, lady, calm it down. And she eventually blocked me, but I don't care. She was not at their conference. They took away opposition spokesperson and Ministry of Foreign Affairs from her and gave it to Angela Brownberg. Does that even make sense? Just because she is not a part of Rise United. And majority of these people, even Julian Robinson, from time to time, them let him out. He is not in support of Mark Golding because when Mark Golding became president of the PNP, he resigned as one of the four vice presidents because he was not in support of Mark Golding. And these are the things that we should remember. I think Michael Phillips was one of those persons who also resigned. Don't quote me on that one. But but I know Damian Crawford was also one of those vice presidents who supported Lisa and resigned when Mark Golding became president of the PNP because they did not support Mark Golding. Yes, this Renz, and that's why I said earlier, we need to get those recordings. The same Danishka Williams was, is on the fix, running her mouth, resign from the PNPYO because she said Mark Golding had no integrity. Scott Matley, who supported Lisa Anna in the leadership race in the PNP, said she would never support Mark Golding as leader of the PNP because they have no integrity. He came to divide and conquer and they don't know how to unite people. My point is, Jay, the point is these same people who had no confidence in Mark Golding 4 years ago to lead the PNP, they said he had no integrity. He does not know how to unite. He's here to divide and conquer. Back telling the Jamaican people with their two-face because they are a set of flip-floppers that we should now support Mark Golding to become leader of this country? That is the point. That is the point. Mark Golding was not good 4 years ago for them. But guess what? We are wondering, what are the Senate seats? What are the ministerial seats that are promised to these people? Why all of a sudden, how much million is paid to these people? Why all of a sudden, they are in cahoots with Mark Golding? That we are talking about how much money, which ministerial position was promised to these people who 4 years ago did not like Mark Golding, could not stand the sight of Mark Golding. All of a sudden, flip-floppers coming to tell us that we should support Mark Golding. If Mark Golding and his team is so confident of what they can do for the Jamaican people and that the electorate will return them to Parliament, why Damian Crawford did not stay with the people in East Portland if he's about serving the people? If Damian Crawford is so about serving people and for the betterment of people, why did he run away from the people of East Portland? Because he did not get the chance one time. Why did Peter Bunting, after 5 terms in central Manchester, run away from the people? Why did Wickham McNeil, after 4 terms in Westmoreland, run away from the people and now in Hanover trying to look safe seat? Let's talk about it. If these people are about serving, if they are not about power hungry and wanting money, if Dayton Campbell can't win a seat, is so confident and such a good worker, Trelawney, correction. If he is so confident and he is such a good worker and he's for the people, Dayton Campbell come and tell me why you run away from St. Anne and Ghana Westmoreland and look safe seat. What really can go so? The people of Central Kingston spoke today via Observer News that they are 100% in support of the zone of special operations. It has transformed their lives and bring back normalcy to Central Kingston. And they are not ready for the Zozo to go. And then you have a failed minister, ex-minister of security, Peter Bunting, who was the only security minister in the history of Jamaica to be robbed, is telling us that Zozo doesn't work. Peter Bunting, who live in the hills behind his gated community with his King Alarm protected house, is telling the people who live in the ghetto, who is telling us by feed them word of mouth that they appreciate the zone of special operation, is telling us that it does not work. Well, we will believe the people. We will believe the common man, Mark Golding. Hold on, me try to make can change it. Mark Golding come to conquer and divide. Remember good, it was Peter Bunting who was supposed to be the leader of the opposition. Right? Peter Bunting. Because why? He was the first one who rise up, and that is why they are called Rise United. He was the first one who rise up against Peter Phillips. And a friend there, Angela Bromberg, husband, Etar, and done with PNP. Yes, I said it. I say the things that people don't normally say. That is goody. Because she promised her husband that she will not support these wicked, vile, power-hungry people. And then she go behind the man back. Go support Peter Bunting. And from that, the man done with her and done with PNP. And just the truth. And in 2020, after Andrew resigned Peter Phillips, right? Run him out of parliament. And also resign Peter Bunting through Rhoda. He never have no seat, and to become a part of the leadership, you have to have a seat, or to become the leader of the PNP, you have to have a seat. And lucky enough, his best friend, Mark Golding, got a safe seat, a very short seat, because that is his best friend, his other bestie, Omar Davis' seat, right? I'm up to this point, me not tell a lie. So that is the only reason why Mark Golding won a seat in 2020, because he get Omar Davis safe seat. Right. So Peter Bunting no longer have no seat. What is the next best thing? To give the seat of presidency to his best friend for go on all, and while them plot and ploy and how they are going to tear down Andrew Holness, tell lie on Andrew Holness, and try to use the playbook of the 90s and the early 2000s of demonizing the leader of the JLP and swindle back them way in a parliament. But up to this day in a work, their last big tactics was to move a no confidence motion against the Prime Minister. 1449. Tell me no, but I'm for sure Mark Gold is not very smart. How the hell you and your 14 minions? And it was not even the full 14, because I think this was the day that this picture was taken that day. It was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, out of the 14 who went in to move no confidence motion against the Prime Minister. This is how power hungry these people are. Mark Gordon is not even man enough. Give me a minute, Renz. Let me try see if I can change the picture here. Uh-oh. Enhance. No. Mark Golding is not even man enough to move a no confidence motion in front of the Prime Minister. Huh? He's not man enough to do it in front of the Prime Minister. Him back. No, not that one. This. Yeah. Mark Golding not man enough to move the no confidence motion against the Prime Minister in front of him face. He had to do it behind his back, because in fact Mark Golding is a weak jellyback man. He's a puppet. He's really Dayton and Peter Bunting pulling the strings, telling him when to move, how to move, and what to say. Guys, I don't know. I do not know. These people who call themselves the PNP, they are shameless. They are shameless. They are of no class. They are classless, and yes, I said it. Them not have no look at talk about themselves. So the leaders and so the followers. Because can you believe a PNP supporter For example, in the community or in the constituency of Mark Golding, who have been voting for PNP all their lives, have nothing of substance, nothing of worth to show that they gather from the PNP. And it took this Jamaica Labour Party government to go down there and give them not one, not two, but 3 times proper housing structure. And they're out here saying that this government is not doing anything for them. I cannot understand it. Because even Lawrence Rowe from Central Kingston have said while he was growing up with Ronnie Thwaites as his MP, them used to defecate and sling it. Them don't know proper toilet. Them don't know no proper infrastructure. And I'm seeing a news article today. After several houses have been issued on, over 300 families have been blessed with house from the Prime Minister. Not no local boat touch, where if hurricane come it blow away, or if as much as strike it burn down. Proper dwellings, 2 and 3 bedroom, inside bathroom, kitchen, living room, veranda. Not yesterday, Friday, the Prime Minister gave away not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 houses in Westmoreland. And the Gleaner did not seek to make a headline out of that, you know. You know what the Gleaner is making headline out of? That one of the houses are delayed. But Gleaner could not come and make a headline how wonderful the Prime Minister UF4 also one time in a PNP quote unquote country where PG never doing a 18.5 years. Eh? And that person or that recipient who make the Gleaner use them, I can bet them never put their ink in a them and in a ink for labor right. And I'm gonna be the recipient of a house because that person is an old person, an old man. And for all I'm life in bin, not have no proper bathroom facilities, no proper nothing, right? And is afforded. 1 minute, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Quick intermission. Guys, stop up the screen. Get me to 50K. Right? On a mute area, mute her. Miss, over here, son for you. Over here, so it's for labor rights, not PNP. As I was saying, between that quick intermission. Let's remember what I say. But, yeah, talking about the man and the house. All your life, you're not young, you're not 20, you're not 30. Maybe in your 40s, 50s, or 60. And you have been voting PNP all your life. Voting PNP all your life, you don't have nothing for sure in a Central Kingston. Michael Manley was your MP at one point down there in Central Kingston. Ronnie tweets, PNP top shot. I will never get nothing good out of PNP. And the Prime Minister come now, I use taxpayers' money and I give you a proper dwelling. And you make Gleaner come down there, write article and take your picture and I show and I disgrace you as an individual. And I show the subpar condition that you are living in the name of what? We feel like you try disgrace. I can't Andrew Honest who have a mansion up on the hill. I'm sure it's not Matalan who own the Gleaner because Matalan having house up on the hill. So you know, when make the Gleaner, I use you. I try bring down Andrew Honest. It's only disgracing yourself to the entire Jamaica and the world. Wait upon the house to be built. Because when Michael Manley did down there, he never given no house. When Ronnie Twist down there, he never given no house. PG, a Prime Minister for 18 and a half years, he never given no house. But when feel like say, oh, one house is delayed. And it is frontline news for the Gleaner. But 4 house, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 house was given away in Westmoreland. 4 house was given away in Westmoreland. In a PG old constituency we never do for them in 18 years. And Gleaner find itself. And I don't understand how Gleaner don't learn as yet. That when you go against Andrew Michael Holness, the most honorable, it is going to cost you. The Gleaner don't learn that. From the bankruptcy that they are going through, the failure to pay their staff because labor rights are no longer doing business with the Gleaner, then they realize that when you go against Andrew Holness, it is going to cost you. Mr. Matalan, you don't realize as yet that when you go against the most honorable Andrew Holness, it is going to cost you. They cannot even pay their phone bills at Gleaner. But Andrew Holness then name him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if I want him, Andrew can't hungry. And his phone bill will ever pay because I see a liberator promise them a land title to Andrew Holness. That would have never happened to Mark Golding. Because first of all, no PNP out there have the land title for give away. Because pay free land, Michael Manley chop up and give them. So that's why they love PNP because of the freeness. These people should understand that this man, Andrew Michael Holness, is sent. He is sent by God to rescue the people of Jamaica from the wicked perils of the People's National Party. And no matter what, will rise up. The Lord shall always prepare a table for him to feast before his enemies. So for everyone this grace will try to carry him down, there is 10 and 20 achievements to show on up. When will the gleaner learn that the tactics of trying to demonize? Oh, and the Auditor General say the Prime Minister is building house, local government is giving house, too much house a give out. When have you ever heard of a thing that too much house a give out? Make it make sense. In a PNP time, no house never give out. Because thank God for the foods and food for the poor. Those were the only house that give out on a PNP time. Government officials and the PNP used to left them mansion, go live in a government housing, and that's why we had the furniture scandal. Let's we not forget. Let's we not forget that is why we had a furniture scandal, because under the PNP, government officials used to left them house, go live in a government house and for the backs of taxpayers. Those are the wickedness. Those are the wickedness that PNP used to do to taxpayers and poor people of this country. That was the only house we know give out on a PNP time. Food for the poor house, while PNP officials live in posh government house and buy faith basis for how much $1,000. And then the Auditor General wants to come tell us, while disgracing a man, the gleaner is doing that, disgracing a man and a family, that to show the subpar conditions, that to go to show how low they will go, they will disgrace and demean people just in the name of trying to bring down Andrew Holness. The Auditor General of the audacity. The Auditor General is yet to talk about the illegal building that was built by the PNP councillor under the KSAMC. The illegal 3-story building that was built by the councillor who sat on the building committee, who knew the proper procedure. And yet still, Dana Archer of the NIA, Carol Narcisse, Big Mouth Oral Tracy, they are yet to talk about the illegality that is happening at the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, where $1 billion is missing. They are yet to talk about the illegal 3-story building at a tune of 300 million. Where a council get 300 million to build 3-story building? Is the Integrity Commission doing its job and vetting these public officials? What income that man get? For him can afford a building of 300 million. Illegal at that time. What Mayor Swaby did? He did say a word about it. He went and attacked the vendors at the Constant Spring Market that he's going to tear down their shops. And at no point To this day, he cannot come and tell the Jamaican people what will be the repercussions for that councillor who went behind the building committee which he sat on and erected an illegal 3-story building. But tell her, it's one thing I mean, I like about labor rights. I'm not too soft. Because if I like a me, near Andrew Wellness, that are tear down by a man in. That are tear down by a man in. That are the only thing I like about labor rights. One no for act, couldn't know for act. That we tear down by a man in. Where is the Auditor General? We are come talk about poor people that get too much house. Eh? Poor people that get too much house. Mr. Peter Bunting, who can't win a seat, don't know how to win a seat. The only security minister in the history of Jamaica who was robbed. Come now and try talk on economics. Peter Bunting could not even run the Ministry of National Security. I go tell we, so we are in line for a recession. Peter Bunting, who came on national TV crying and begging for divine intervention. Peter Bunting, who came on national TV and said that the government should take away money from funding the Coast Guard and give it to fishermen. Are these people real? Do they understand that we, the people of Jamaica, do not want PNP? We are not interested in a Mark Gold in PNP. We are not interested in a Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Julian Robinson, Horace Guy, who has been a colossal failure, who has been a Category 5 hurricane in Central St. Mary. Morris Guy, who has been a failure, to the people of Central St. Mary. Is leaving as a sitting MP come the next general election. Right? And if you go into Central St. Mary, go to Islington, go to Port Maria, and ask them, go to Highgate, and ask them one thing of substance that man did for you and your community as MP. Not one thing. The roads want fix. There's no constant water in pipes. Some place not have no water in them pipe at all. A water truck have to come and truck water. And the Morris Guy, the fire station burned down. They are telling and the PNP just pay destruction. They can imagine a fire station burned down. That even makes sense, right? But under PNP, things like them that happen. The firemen were in a whole rented building. Like somebody have them all house and them have rent it out to them. Under PNP. Under PNP, the market was just people putting stars together and trapaling, and when rain fall, then wet up, and it was just nothing. Nothing I go on a Port Maria. The town was just old and dilapidated, and it just set in the 90s and the 80s. It just looked like one old town and nothing now going down there under PNP. The town used to flood out. When I say flood, I mean neck high water. Business lose millions of dollars and dollars year after year in these floods in central St. Mary. People lose and damage furniture, millions of dollars lost. And it take the Jamaica Labour Party for go down there, not while having an MP, because the people of central St. Mary are so ungrateful that they continue to vote in this man year after year. Why? Because he is a doctor and for them can go in doctor office to get free health checkup, or they can get look a bolo walk, or Michael Manley they cut up land and give mama and papa, so we still have to vote for PNP, or when PNP now do nothing good for it, or when 90% of we have to run like foreign to look better life under PNP, we still have to take plenty and come to Jamaica and vote for Michael Manley, although Michael Manley dead from me was a little girl. Those are the things that the people of Central St. Mary vote on. They don't vote because Morris Guy is a good MP. They vote because they have in communities like Frontier, where Michael Manley came in, ran out the original owners, cut up the land and give it to them for free. So they feel as if they are indebted to PNP for the rest of their life, and they pass it down onto generation. And these are the things that happen in Central St. Mary. Ask me, ask. Nobody I tell me, I tell you no. And this is why they continue to vote for Morris Guy. No other reason. He's a national disgrace, and he's a part of it. But look under the Jamaica Labour Party. They get a market, a state-of-the-art market. They get a state of the art. I think it's the best fire station so far in Jamaica. Although I don't see all of them, when we see so far, St. Mary's fire station I lead. That structure will stand for the next 200 years. And maybe need some minor repairs. That is how big and huge the construction is of that fire station. You have to see it and to see where it's coming from to really understand the type of development that the Jamaica Labour Party have done in Central St. Mary. But don't worry, it's coming home. Central St. Mary is coming home. It is coming into the column of the Jamaica Labour Party, and that is not a promise. That is a full fact statement of truth. It will come home. And the ungrateful people of Central St. Mary will better get in line. Because we are moving forward with the Jamaica Labour Party. So the days of handout government done. The infirmary is world class. Is it 100% perfect? No, it's not. And then again, it's not the Jamaica Labour Party responsibility to make it 100% perfect, because you have a sitting MP who is PNP. The sitting MP is not Labour, right? And we still down there at work. And we vote out. Well, let's not even go there. But, mighty God, may I say, these people of Jamaica, they are so ungrateful. They will sit with the PNP where they are stagnant, no form of development, no form of movement. And the Jamaica Labour Party come and have done things that you guys have never seen, never even dreamt of. And you have people out there who is fighting against the movement, who is fighting against moving Jamaica forward. And I cannot understand it. I just cannot fathom what could be the cause of these people fighting against Jamaica, because a vote against Jamaica Labour Party is a vote against Jamaica. What is the alternative? What does Mark Golding have to offer the people of Jamaica? Increasing education tax, tax on imported foods. You see Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell plan to tax imported foods. You hear Trump threaten Canada. I hear what Canada say. You know hear what Canada say. They will be pulling everything America from their shelves. They will be cutting electricity from America. That is what Dayton Campbell wanted for us. And that is how trade agreements go. If you impose tax on me, I am going to send it back to the consumers, and I am also going to make you pay for it by pulling your products from my shelf, by not doing business with you. And they see it as a big, bright idea. These people don't have no plan of substance for the Jamaican people. These people do not have any type of plan that is even 0.5 as good as the plan that Andrew Holness have for Jamaica. That we can say, all right, let's see what they're trying to say. Nothing of worth, nothing of substance for the Jamaican people. So why should we vote out Andrew Holness from our Golding? Guys, get me to 100K likes, please. Thank you. Nothing of substance, nothing of worth. Mark Golding has no plans. And when you have evil people, and this is why I will always call them evil, vile, selfish, wicked, self-centered people, like Dana Archer, Daniel Archer, if you want him, Oral Tracy, Michael Abrahams, Dean Jackson Miller, Carol Narcisse, Justice Panton, Greg Christie. They are enemies of the state. They are anti-Jamaicans. They are pro-PNP and anti-Jamaicans. Those are the type of people who sit behind their big decks and wear their fancy suits, who try to berate and bring down the government for no apparent reason more than that Andrew Holness is a poor black boy that comes from Spanish Town. Andrew Holness is a shining example of what young boys from the rigid community of Spanish Town should aspire to be. They don't want young black men to break the stereotypical mold of being gangsters and criminals. So they don't want an example at the highest office in Jamaica where young men can sit and say, the Prime Minister is coming from where I'm coming from. I don't have to turn to the guns. I don't have to rob and steal. I can break the mold. I can be the Prime Minister of my country. So I'm going to walk the straight and narrow. They do not want that example for youths from the inner city. They always want to make it seem as if it's only the tapaнаris and the people who are above the clock are supposed to hold certain position in office. And it is evident what they did to Lawrence Rowe, because Lawrence Rowe himself is from Central Kingston, the heart of the ghetto. He's poor. He grew up in a one-bedroom with 10 siblings. He not have no trust fund. He not have no millions in a bank like Peter Bunting and Dayton Campbell. So he's not welcome. And that is the fight that they're giving to Andrew Holness. Because in their society, it is for the tapaнаris and the upper echelon. So when you are from the ghetto and when you are from below the clock, you are only to aspire to be, but you are not to be. Because I wonder if you don't really hear what I say. Under Mark Golding government, under Peter Bunting PNP, a Dayton Campbell PNP, a Angela Brownberg PNP, we as young ghetto children who born in the ghetto, who know the struggles, we are only to aspire to be. We are not to be. So how dare Andrew Holness, who come from the ghetto, the nitty-gritty, become Prime Minister? Him broke the mold. He broke the glass ceiling. He was not supposed to do that. How dare he wants to sit among the tapaнаris? Boy, we take student loan and name it in a paper. How dare you? How dare you come and be an example for young girls and young boys? That's saving and investing in yourself by doing the right thing, by being a productive citizen of your country. Why are you setting an example? You were never to cross this level. You were supposed, yeah, we'll let you in. We'll make you be an MP. That was where you were supposed to stop. That is the problem. That is the root cause, guys, of the problem. Andrew Holness broke the glass ceiling. He was never supposed to done that. He never did supposed to do that. That is the problem. He's now mingling with the tapaнаris, quote unquote. Mark Golding words, not mine. And that is why Mark Golding can disrespect Lawrence Rowe. He's good enough, you know. And this is why I say under Mark Golding government, you can aspire to be, but you cannot be. And I don't think everybody understand that. You can aspire to be. You can even run Mark Golding company. You can even be the chief financial officer in his company. Because that is what Lawrence Rowe was. But that is where it stops. You cannot become a lawmaker in this country. You are beneath me. Me and you can't be on the same level. So aspire to become a lawmaker, but you will never become a lawmaker because me not give you the opportunity to go in a parliament. That is Mark Golding PNP. Aspire to be, but never be. Guys, my battery is dying.